monumental scene. I know you guys know which scene I'm talking about. In that scene, that shot took 22 attempts because Christopher Nolan, he wanted to get the scene as realistic as possible, and he wanted the stuntman to knock the pencil away at the very last minute. Did you guys also know that the stuntman got knocked out cold 3 times shooting that scene?
It's gone.
Good stuff. R.I.P. Heath Ledger. First things first, I know you guys saw the thumbnail. In fact, I know you saw the intro. Yes, my hair is finally out. It's been out before. I don't think you guys have ever seen me with a cornrow. For those who don't know, this style of hair is called a cornrow. Now it looks a bit crazy right now. I will probably put up pictures on the screen when it looked a bit better. Well, like 2 weeks ago. I'm getting a trim soon, guys, so in future videos very soon you're gonna be seeing me with my hair out. So yeah, smash the like button for Roscoe's hair. Let's get the likes up to like 5k for this. This is a monumental thing right now. My hair's never out. I'm do-ragged up all the time. Let's get to at least 5k likes on this video just for my hair alone. But anyway, welcome back to, is this the 7th facts video I've done, or is it the 8th? I'm not too sure. Anyway, you guys know the drill. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. You guys know the drill. Watch the video from start to end, and if anytime you stop watching it, let's say you fall asleep halfway through, the next night continue it from where you left off, because some of the best facts are probably going to be, well, they're going to be scattered around the video instead. What I used to do, I've explained this before, but what I used to do was I used to basically make a facts video and line them up from my favorite to my least favorite, which took a lot of time, and that's the reason why the facts videos were 20 minutes. But with these 1 hour versions, I'm just gonna sit here with you and I, and we're just gonna enjoy facts. So hey, like I said, you know what, Panda talking, let's just get to the facts. Dig this. Canadians say sorry, so much so that a law passed in 2009 declaring that an apology can't be used as evidence of admission of guilt. So I guess you Canadians are some... Listen, I love my Canadians, I love Canada. I've never been to Canada, I've never been to Toronto myself, but I feel like I resonate with you Canadians a lot. I feel like Canadians and Londoners, especially not UK people, but Londoners especially, you guys or us people are very resonant. We're very similar in many ways. We have the same slang, you know, culturally very similar. So you Canadians are cool. But that's a pretty cool fact. I don't know if that's true. You Canadians watching this video, tell me in Canada in 2009, was it a thing whereby you guys said sorry too much? You guys are too polite. You're too nice. And so a law had to pass whereby in court you couldn't use, oh look, this person apologized to me, which means he did it to me, he hit me. Admission of guilt. That would be pretty funny. Dig this. Excuse me. Dig this. Back when dinosaurs existed, there used to be volcanoes that were erupting on the moon. You know, I'm in this video, I don't think I'm going to talk too much about the moon, because apparently some of you guys can't tell when I'm being entertaining, when I'm not being serious, when I'm joking, when I'm being humorous, when I'm being whimsical. And you guys, not a lot of you, some of you got mad offended when I was basically saying that the moon landing was fake and shit. I don't know, you guys have like some really powerful emotional connection to the moon landing, and you guys believe it wholeheartedly, and you're like, damn, fuck this guy, like he sucks, like how can he not believe in the moon landing? So listen, I'm not going to talk too much about the moon. All I'm going to say, especially for you guys that might be watching this video that have such a problem with it, the moon landing was real. In 1969, astronauts who didn't have the internet, you know, I'm not even going to do that. The moon landing was real. Dig this. The only letter that doesn't appear is J? J. You know, funnily enough, in all my years doing chemistry at A level, was it A level? I did not do chemistry for A level. In high school, I don't remember seeing a J on the periodic table. Does this mean like J as in, you know how the periodic table is mostly one letter or two? Like for calcium it's K, or potassium it's K, carbon is C, you know. What does this mean, that J does not appear in the first or second letter or anywhere in the... That's pretty cool anyway. Whatever. Dig this. One habit of intelligent humans is being easily annoyed by people around them, but saying nothing in order to avoid meaningless argument. Now, these facts are from the fact side. Hashtag the fact side. This is fact number 5. This doesn't seem like a fact. Fact side. This seems like someone's opinion. I mean, how would you prove this? Maybe the person is really smart and you pissed them off so much so to the point that they have to say something. I would consider myself a pretty intelligent guy, and sometimes I just have to let a bitch know, yo, like you getting to me, you pissing me off, like stay in your lane, calm the f down. You know, kids, I like babies. Babies are the best, but toddlers, once a baby hits a certain age, all they know is noise and chaos. Sometimes I tell a kid like, yo, just pattern, chill out, relax. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's a meaningless conversation, but I do it all the time. In fact, I'm sure a lot of you guys listening to this video right now do that too. Fact number 5, the fact side, is not a fact. Dig this. If a polar bear and a grizzly bear mate, their offspring is called a busy bear. Okay, I don't know if that's true. It sounds made up, right? This sounds made up and I don't appreciate this. That's strike 2. The fact side, hashtag the fact side. This is strike 2. I'm not gonna say one more strike and you're out, because I have to finish this video. I have to get these facts videos out for my guys. You guys love these videos and I love making them. Like I said, I just sit here for an hour, you know, an hour 10 minutes with you guys. Or actually more time. The video, it looks like an hour 10 minutes, and when I actually put it all together it's like under an hour, which always pisses me off. So I'm gonna have to go a bit longer with this one because I want it to be 1 hour. But yeah, I'm not gonna say strike 3 and you're out, because you're probably not. Dig this. In 2006, a Coca-Cola employee offered to sell Coca-Cola secrets to Pepsi. Pepsi responded by notifying Coca-Cola. Okay, if this is true, yeah, let's just assume this fact is true, right? Pepsi, you guys are some peons. 2006 Pepsi, so the workers that worked in Pepsi 2006, you guys are some peons. Oh, this guy wanted to sell you secrets of your competitor, and you guys were like, I'm going to snitch. Not only are you gonna snitch, you're gonna snitch to the guy's employers. I don't know what to say. All I can say is, if this is true, after this video I'm gonna look up if this is true, and I'm gonna find your names, and then I'm gonna try to find you on either Facebook or Twitter. You guys probably don't have IGs because you're old as hell, but Facebook or Twitter, and I'm gonna DM you and I'm literally going to tell you that you guys are some peons, man. That's some peon shit. Dig this. Nintendo trademarked the phrase "it's on like Donkey Kong" in 2010. Is that so? Well, it's on like Donkey Kong. Nintendo, come get me. Copyright this video, I dare you. Dig this. The famous line in the Titanic from Leonardo DiCaprio, "I'm the king of the world," was improvised. Who cares? Me personally, I've never seen the Titanic in its entirety. But I'm king of the world. I mean, who cares? I've seen some really good improvisation. Sheldon Cooper, like The Big Bang Theory, they be improvising shit sometimes, and it's crazy. I've seen some really good improvisation in The Office, and The Office is one of the smash the like video for The Office. The Office is one of the best sitcoms ever made, right up there with The Big Bang Theory. But The Office is 10 out of 10, 20 out of 10 stuff, right? And some of the most iconic things are actually improvised. So, hey, hold tight, Leonardo. If you're watching this video, hold tight, my guy. You're really good in other movies. Inception was pretty good. You know, you're a good actor. But I don't give a shite. I mean, what? 5 words was improvised. Why is this a fact? Get out of here. Dig this. A single strain of spaghetti is called a spaghettio. A spaghetto. Spaghetto. I like that. That makes sense. I love you Italians. Dig this. Hershey's Kisses are named after kissing sounds. What? Hershey's Kisses are named after the kissing sound the deposited chocolate makes as it falls from the machine on the conveyor belt. I would say that's strike 3. Fact site, because this fact is incoherent. It doesn't make sense, and I've read it correctly. Hershey's Kisses are named after the kissing sound the deposited chocolate makes as it falls from the machine on the conveyor belt. I have a feeling I know what they're trying to say. I think I know. At the same time, it seems pretty strange. You know, that's strike 3. I'm not gonna go to a new site, but that's strike 3. Like, dig this. This seems like an interesting fact. Dig this. Princess Peach didn't move until 1988. Designers believed it was too complicated to make her a movable character. Sorry. You know, apparently, I heard this the other month, like 2 months ago. I was basically doing some Googles on why Rick and Morty took so long to make, and apparently animation, well, Netflix animation, but let's just say animation in general, apparently it takes 9 months. What did they say? Did they say it takes 9 months to make one episode, to animate one episode? That can't be true, but if it is, I mean, this is 2022, so it's like, you'd think that, I mean, the kind of shit they can do with CGI these days is ridiculous, so you'd think that animation or something like that would be pretty straightforward, but apparently not. So I don't doubt that this Princess Peach woman didn't move until 1988. Dig this. If you cut down a cactus in Arizona, you'll be penalized up to 25 years in jail. Walk one for that. What? Oh, apparently it's similar to cutting down a protected tree species, a cactus, huh? You know, there are some animals that are evolved to eat cactus. You know, cactus are really spiky and sharp, but some animals are evolved to eat them. You know, a lot of plants, they develop certain things, like a cactus develops its spikes to stop it from being eaten, I'm guessing. And a lot of plants, you know, like a pepper, it develops that hot taste to stop itself from being eaten over time. poison ivy, it develops that reaction that makes you itch to stop being eaten. What was the point I was getting at? I was talking about cactuses. Yeah, like, why would an animal evolve to eat something really, really spiky? You know how hedgehogs, they have a shell and it's really spiky, and then when they get scared they go up in the shell. Why would there be an animal, for instance, that evolves to eat that, or to break that down and eat that? You know, nature's pretty strange. Dig this. The first movie ever to put out a motion picture soundtrack was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Hold tight, Snow White. The best soundtrack ever made. The best score. It's not score. Score is a bit different to a soundtrack. The best soundtrack, hands down, in a movie that I have ever heard in my life. Prince of Egypt. Prince of Egypt, literally from the very first song, Deliver Us. 10 out of 10. 12 out of 10. Literally to the from Deliver Us to the last song. You know, in there you have a song called The Plagues. If we're talking about soundtrack, I read soundtrack and the first thing that came into mind was Prince of Egypt. So yeah, shout out Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Good movie. Prince of Egypt takes the cake. Dig this. Fruit stickers are edible. Though the same as any fruit, washing prior to eating is recommended. The glue used for them is regulated by the FDA. Well, there's a lot of things regulated by this so-called FDA. Okay, no, I'm not saying anything crazy, so don't comment nothing crazy in the comment section. I'm just joking. Chill. Anyway, I mean, just because something's edible doesn't mean you should eat it. Ask Snow White. Literally, the last fact was about Snow White, right? Ask Snow White. If Snow White didn't eat the apple, she wouldn't have went into the coma. She wouldn't have passed out. And if she didn't pass out, maybe she might have found the 8th dwarf and adopted him and found him a new house and maybe built him a sandcastle. Dig this. Astronaut is a compound word derived from two ancient Greek words. Astro meaning star, of course. Astrology, the study of stars. And naut meaning sailor. So astronaut literally means star sailor. Now that's a fact right there. I like that. I'm gonna give that fact two thumbs up. What the fuck? That's a good fact. Star sailor. I might get that tattoo. Star sailor, like on my forehead or something. Dig this. The flashes of color you see when you rub your eyes are called phosphinies. I'm pretty certain I pronounced that right, but yeah, let's see that right now. Yeah, so I saw blue, I saw green, red. I don't know why I see green. Well, I'd assume you'd see the primary colors, and green is not a primary color. So definitely see green, definitely. I don't know about you, I definitely see green. A lot of black. There's a lot of black when you close your eyes, believe it or not. And a purple. Dig this. At birth, a baby panda is smaller than a mouse. Cap. This is the 4th strike. To be honest, I like this website. It's very easy to use. It's nice. But what? So at birth, a baby panda is smaller than a mouse. Do you know what a mouse? This is a mouse. But really like a mouse is the smallest member of the rodent family. I don't know if that's true, it's probably not, but it probably is. Like a baby mouse is probably the smallest you can get in a rodent family. Other than that, you have rats who are massive compared to mice, and you have squirrels who are massive compared to rats. So mice are pretty small, and a baby mouse is probably like this big. So when this is not a fact. No, sorry. Dig this. Iceland does not have a railway system. That's nice. Dig this. What the fuck? The tongue is the only muscle in one's body that is attached from one end. That's true. You know, because every other muscle has two attachments. Let's say your quad, right, or even your hamstring is attached to your patella, your knee, attached with ligaments and tendons, and then it's basically attached to your femur, and then it's attached to your, I guess, your gluteus maximus, but attached by what? Crazy. I was gonna say attached to your pelvis or your coccyx, but I don't think bones, muscles are attached to that shit. That would be pretty crazy. I guess maybe your pelvis, who knows. Okay, dig this. There's a company in Japan that has schools that teach you how to be funny. Really? The first one opened in 1982. About 1,000 students take this course every single year. First of all, that's a good business idea. I just hope, right, that in 1982 the person who opened this business up was funny, because if they weren't, then 1,000 students that took the course that particular year, because it says each year, so that means the course probably went on for multiple years, two at least. So at least 1,000 people are not funny right now, and they think they are funny, and they've spent a lot of money. They've parted ways with their money in order to be funny, and they're not funny. Do you guys find Kevin Hart funny? Let me know in the comment section. Dig this. Elvis was originally blonde. He started coloring his hair black for the edgier look. Sometimes he would touch himself up, pause, with shoe polish. Now, first of all, I don't think that is healthy for your hair by any stretch of the imagination. Should I show you guys what kind of hair products I use for my hair? You know what? Why not? I use this. This is a root spray. This is a spray for your roots. I use a leave-in conditioner, right? This is a spray bottle. This too is a spray bottle. This is coconut oil mist. This is braid conditioning spray. And everything I've just shown you are just the things on this table. This is black castor oil. This is coconut oil. Everything I've just shown you is literally the only things on this table. There are multiple other things I have in my designated hair bag. What I'm trying to say is I know how to look after my hair, and I don't think Elvis did. They say blondes have the most fun, yet he wanted to go brunette or black for a more edgier look. Maybe blondes are not as edgy. Well, I guess edginess is not really synonymous with fun. I mean, yes, edginess is not really fun. Blonde is fun. Brunette is edgy. Who knows? I always thought that they said that brunette was mysterious. Island girl type vibes. Who knows? Dig this. German chocolate cake is named after an American baker by the name Samuel German. That's nice. German cake. I don't know if it tastes nice because I've never had it before in my life. Judging from this picture, it doesn't look very nice though. So, Altai Samuel, you did not know how to bake, my guy. It's a German chocolate cake, so yeah, maybe it was a black guy. Dig this. The first service animals were established in Germany during World War One. References to service animals date back as far as the mid-16th century. I don't know what this even means. The first service animals, what is that? Someone let me know in the comment section, and if I read the comment, then hopefully I'll understand this fact that I just read, because other than that I don't get it. The first service animals were established in Germany during World War One. Service animals, as in, like, do they mean like animals that serve the army? So like military dogs and horses. They can't be horses. They've been riding horses since Game of Thrones. That's a reference to a Game of Thrones joke that I made in my last facts video. If anyone got that reference, then you clearly fuck with me, so I fuck with you back. Dig this. An 11-year-old girl proposed to the name. An 11-year-old girl proposed the name for Pluto after the Roman god of the underworld. So she proposed the name Pluto, and then the planet was named Pluto. I can't lie, I always thought that Saturn, you know in Greek mythology, right, you have the 12 Olympians, but then to precede them you had the Titans, and the Titans, they were named after the planets. No, maybe not Earth, but there was Gaia, but maybe not Earth, right? But you definitely had a Saturn. I think Cronus, Zeus's father, was his name was Saturn. I think when Zeus and the 12 Olympians defeated the Titans, he fled to some part of the world, and he started to rule under the guise of Saturn. So yeah, that's what I thought. So maybe not though, because Venus doesn't sound like any Greek mythology. Venus, Mercury doesn't, I don't think. Maybe Earth because of Gaia. Maybe that's not even Greek, maybe that's Norse mythology. Who knows? Dig this, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard this before. The voice actor of Spongebob and the voice actor of Karen, who's Plankton's computer wife, have been married since 1995. That's cute. They met at work, literally. They were working on Spongebob and they were like, you know what? You make some really... Hold on. Hey, I'm not really one to judge, right? But you're telling me that, you know, the guy who was the voice of SpongeBob all this time, he doing all of that, like doing all this, but you know how SpongeBob sounds, he sounds like a very, you know, Plankton's wife's voice. The person, now the woman, she saw the guy doing that in the booth. Just imagine SpongeBob's laugh, right? And imagine watching the guy do it in the booth. Would you find that appealing? Ladies, let me know, because I'm just saying, like, bro. Dig this. Octopuses and squids have beaks, and no they don't. The beak is made up of keratin. Speaking of keratin, I was gonna get this right here. This is a coconut oil mist spray. I was gonna get a keratin mist spray, but I decided against it. The beak is made of keratin, the same material that is in a bird's beak and our fingernails. That's a fact. Man, then make sure you cut your fingernails, you keep your fingernails trimmed. You know, girls, you can do whatever you want. You can grow your fingers out naturally. You can get acrylics. You can get fake nails. I've seen instances where girls have been growing out their nails naturally for years. Okay, not years, but like months and months. And then you get into an altercation, you get into something happens, you play fight with someone, and then snaps. So I'm just saying the most efficient way to maintain long, good-looking nails is probably to get them fake, to be honest. I mean, it's just hassle. Imagine, like, on these 3 fingers you have really long nails, and then on this middle finger it's like there's no nail. Looks a bit peak. Dig this. An estimated 50% of all gold ever mined on Earth, goddamn, came from a single plateau in South Africa. Witwatersrand. Anyway, that sounds like Wakanda to me. I mean, vibranium, you know, it hit Wakanda, and then Wakanda became very, you know, technological and technologically advanced in society and whatnot in human history. Crazy, right? They said that look, 50% of the world's gold ever came from this one place in South Africa. Listen, it's either when life imitates art, or someone just copied this fact and they made Wakanda out of it, which you know, it works, I guess. Dig this. 75% of the world's diet is produced from just 12 plant and 5 different animal species. I promise you, okay, I promise you, I can guess the 5 animal species. Let's do this. This is 75%, right? Chicken, beef, fish, turkey, because of Thanksgivings and shit, right? That's 4. And I'm thinking the last one is between lamb or venison. It might not be venison because not a lot of people have access to venison, and maybe there's an animal that I'm just missing totally, but I'm going to say lamb, right? Chicken, beef, fish, turkey, lamb, boom. The 12 plants. Let's do this. That's ooh. Plants. Rice is a plant, right? Rice, 100%. That's like 100% of the world's diet, literally. Beans. Is beans a plant? Who knows? Corn. Nuts grow in plants, right? Legumes, right? Some shit. I was going to say that, but not really. So I guess I can only get 4. But I think I got all 5 of the animal species correct. If I'm correct, let me know. What the fuck? Let me know in the comments if I'm right. Dig this. The original Star Wars premiered on just 32 screens across the US in 1977. Wow. This was to produce buzz. Okay, as the release widened to more theaters. Okay, so they basically done a little teaser. Maybe that's the reason. Okay, I was gonna say maybe that's the reason for Star Wars' success, but I think the success came from the characters and the writing and the story. I know that new Star Wars is pretty bad. To be honest, me personally, to this day, I have never gotten into Star Wars, and I'm going to get into Star Wars literally, what's this next month? August, right? In August, I'm going to finally watch all of the Star Wars movies and maybe read some of the Star Wars comics, if they have comics. I'm pretty sure they have comics. When I was a kid, I got a comic book and it was literally Star Wars, so I'm gonna do my Googles. But yeah, apparently, because I don't know this because I haven't seen them, but apparently the movies are bad now. The Last Jedi was bad, The Rise of Skywalker was bad, Force Awakens was alright, and then all the movies before that were good, right? And then the Disney shows, apparently The Mandalorian was good, but then apparently some other ones were not good. Anyway, I'll probably watch them and judge for myself, of course, but yeah, man, apparently when it was good, like the characters were really good. You had Anakin Skywalker, who became Darth Vader. In one of my last videos, I have a foam roller to the right of me, and this foam roller, I used it to recreate Darth Vader's voice, and it worked pretty well. I think it was Darth Vader. You do not know the power of the dark side. You do not know the power of these facts. Take this. The British government coined the slogan, "Keep calm and carry on," during World War II in order to motivate citizens to stay strong. That's nice, that's dope, because, you know, world wars were pretty tough on, you know, war is a pretty terrible thing, and the people that pay the biggest price whenever there's a war is literally civilians. Like the people who start wars, as in the leaders of all of these countries, the people who actually start the wars, the people who order the armies of men to go fight, I'm not gonna say they don't end up dead, because sometimes they pay the ultimate price too, but more time, the most casualties of war are always civilians, the innocent people that have nothing to do with shit, and they just want to live their lives. So that's tough. They call it war crimes, but all war is a crime. It's kind of crazy, the concept. Dig this. Apple paid a couple $1.7 million for their plot of land, which was only worth $181,700. Is that a police car? Is that a siren? Indeed it is a siren. I don't think you guys can hear it just yet, but if it comes closer to me, then I might just have to. Oh, they coming. There's at least 3 of them. They're coming. Yep, you guys are gonna have to wait until the next clip. Okay, I'm getting pissed off because they're coming, right? But they're taking the, you can hear them now, right? They're taking their sweet time. What? It's as if this police officer literally just pulled up right in front of my house and turned off his alarm. He didn't even drive past. What up? Shout out to whoever called the feds just now. I hope that they helped you. If that was a fire brigade, if that was an ambulance, if that was the police, I hope they helped you, because you just kind of interrupted my video. Anyway, what I was saying about this couple that taxed Apple, I feel it. You know, Apple have enough money to, in football terms, not American football, soccer, right? There's this thing called the transfer market, and when teams know that you have money, well, even if they value this player at, let's say, £20 million, you best believe that they're gonna say, yo, if you want this player, you better pay 50 million, because they know you have money. Recently, a team called Newcastle got taken over by these Arab billionaires, trillionaires, damn near, making them like pretty much the richest football club in the world. So now, when Newcastle goes after players, you best believe that they're getting taxed. Apple really are trillionaires. They made their first trillion, right? In terms of profits, maybe not profits, but you know what I mean. They're trillionaires. If Apple want to when I first got it. I got it so long ago. So this probably cost me 1 to 2 pence maximum. But you best believe if Apple came up to me and they were like, let me get this busted up hairband, I'ma be like, okay, £20,000. Dig this. This doesn't I don't believe this in the slightest, but I could be wrong. This could be true, and if it is true, then this is probably one of the craziest facts I've ever heard in my life. But dig this. The largest Japanese population outside Japan stands at 1.6 million people, right? Who live in Brazil. Now, I've never been to Brazil. I know that they speak Portuguese in Brazil. It's the national language. For the life of me, I don't know where 1.6 million Japanese people would what they mean. Do they mean Japanese, half Brazilian? Because I doubt you can be a full-blown Japanese person in Brazil just like that. Like 1.6 million people, that's like 8 different communities of people in a country like that. That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Dig this. IKEA is an acronym which stands for some bullshit. I'm gonna put it on the screen because I'm not reading this bullshit. Which is the founder's name. Oh, this is his whole name, right? I was gonna say like maybe it's founded by 4 people like Hogwarts, and you got the I, the K, the E, and the A, but apparently it's just one person's name. So the name you see on the screen is literally one person's name. He sounds like a literal Harry Potter spell. His parents are great. Okay, so I'm an also. Wait, it says that IKEA is an acronym which stands for some bullshit, right? Which is the founder's name, farm, where he grew up, and hometown. So his name is Ingvar. His hometown is some shit right there, and he grew up in, you know what I'm saying, and his farm was Cambrad. That's not that hard to pronounce. Yeah, hold tight, Ingvar, man. I violated you. I'm sorry, my guy. I thought it was your whole name. Hey, sometimes you jump the gun. Dig this. Violin bows are commonly made of horsehair. I've heard that before and I think it is true. You know what else is commonly made of horsehair? Weave. Dig this. There are less than 30 ships in the Royal Canadian Navy, which are less than most third world countries. Wow, so you see that fact I said about Canada? Like when I first started this video, I think it was the very first fact was about Canada. I was saying that you guys and us, we're very common, you know. No, not common, but we're very similar. We ain't similar in ships, my guy. You guys have less than 30 ships in the Royal Canadian Navy. I feel like we have 30 ships we had 30 ships at my old high school, fam. You in your whole navy, like what? I mean, Canada is like, I guess if there was ever a war, right? Canada will probably be the last. You're probably allied with some place, maybe us. You're probably allied with us in America, but in terms of would we ever get soldiers from Canada? I don't think so, mate. I mean, you guys apologize too much. You have no ships. You got no fans. That's tough. All time my Canadians, like I said, I fuck at you guys, bro. I'm literally one of you, kind of, not really. But hey, dig this. The youngest pope in history was Pope Benedict the Ninth. It's the ninth, right? Yep. Who was 11 years old at the time of his election. They elect popes. I thought you get ordained. They elect him, okay. He is the only person to have ever been pope more than once. So I guess the pope is a position kind of like the president, but in reverse. The president, you can be a president twice. You 2 terms, 8 years. But pope, more time, they do it for 1 year. And Pope Benedict was one of those. He said, nah, I'm taking the power back. That's tough. You know, Henry VIII's son, his only surviving son, Edward the Sixth, I believe, he gained power when he was 9 years old, and he died when he was 15. What kind of society? This is what I mean. Like back in the day, like people were not that smart, like they were. What kind of society, regardless of tradition, makes a 9-year-old boy their king? Do you know what a king is? A king is the tip-top leader in terms of leaders. A king is the highest level leader that you can get in a country, the highest level voice, the highest level decision maker. We're not talking about a president who still has to go through like Congress and Senate. We're talking about a king. I'm not talking about like the queen, the monarchy in this country right now. I'm talking about back in the day. The king was like, yo, I'm ready to go to war. Everyone has to go to war. The king's like, yo, I want to do this. The whole country's gonna do it. They made a 9-year-old in ancient England. Tudor history, they made a 9-year-old the king. At least because of his tender age, at least make him like maybe because for the life of me I can't imagine it. So maybe he was only the king by name, but he had like experienced advisors around him. Surely Edward, he revoked a bunch of stuff that Mary the First, Bloody Mary, she unrevoked, and then she went on a tyrant spree, and then she butchered a bunch of people. She burned a lot of people. The heretics burned the heretics, she said. But Edward had a lot of views. Anyway, whatever. That's kind of crazy to me. Dig this. Johnny Cash. Now I don't know who Johnny Cash is, but I feel like I've heard of the name before. Took only 3 voice lessons before his teacher advised him never to stop taking lessons. Okay. Before his teacher advised him to stop taking lessons and never deviate from his natural voice. I don't know who Johnny Cash is, and I don't know if this is true, but if it is true, then that's dope. Because clearly, if I'm reading this fact about this guy named Johnny Cash, then clearly Johnny Cash was a pretty successful musician, right? It's great that his singing coach recognized that. You know, a lot of people, if you were a singing coach, you just say, yeah, you're paying me for this service and I'm going to give you your service worth. I'm going to charge you for 10 lessons, 20 lessons. But this person was like, wow, like this person's voice is different. It's whatever it is. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who this person is. But this person's voice is special. It's different, and I don't want to change that. So I'm going to recommend to stop teaching him. That's dope. Dig this. There is an island called Just Enough Room, where there is just enough room for a tree and a house. So, in the middle of nowhere, on Earth, let's say I'm Superman and I'm flying around like he did the Man of Steel, and I just happened to come across this. It's not even an island, it's literally a rock. It's like nowhere basically, and it's just going to be a house in the middle of nowhere with one tree. And to make matters not worse, because it's not really that bad, I don't even know I have a problem with this, but make matters worse, the island has a name. Not Madagascar, not the Cayman Islands, not anything like this, nothing cool, tropical. It's called Just Enough Room. Dig this. Ooh. Now I don't know if this is going to be a fact or not, but let's read it anyway. People who post their fitness routines on Facebook are more likely to have psychological problems. The fact that they said more likely means to me that this is probably going to be backed up by evidence, by numbers, which kind of makes it a fact. Psychological problems in what ways? I mean, just because someone says psychological problems, it doesn't mean that the problems are like horrible and really bad, right? But I wonder where that could stem from. What book is that? I remember reading a book. It's a really popular book. I can't remember the name for the life of me. I literally have it I'm looking at it right now. But there was get the fuck out of my face. There was a saying in the book that stuck with me. I think it's the one thing in the book that actually stuck with me, right? And it was basically about people with plans not vocalizing their plans to other people. Let's say you want to get richer. Let's say you want to lose weight. Let's say you want to, speaking of the gym, let's say you want to get a nice physique. It's best not to go around telling people, yo, this is what I want to do. Yo, I'm going to start eating right. Yo, I'm going to start lifting heavy at the gym. Yo, I'm going to start doing this. Yo, I'm going to start doing that. Your best bet is to just do it without telling anyone, because the book said that there's some sort of psychological thing that goes on in your mind whereby when you keep telling people, you know, your goals, it feels your mind will play a trick on you, and it'll feel like you've achieved your goal even though you haven't, and you're nowhere near your goal. So then in your actual goal you'll start to slack. It's the same way when people make announcements. Yo, I'm leaving my Twitter. Yo, I'm leaving social media. Yo, social media break. They announce it. It's like, bro, if you're actually gonna have a social media break, why don't you just leave? Those people that announce it, they're pretty much back in like 2-3 days. Dig this. There's a company that sells mirrors to make people look 10 pounds thinner. Overall, the mirrors have contributed to 54% of total sales for retailers that use it. Wow, so let's say you go to a store with a bunch of mirrors and you look into this mirror and it's a true depiction of yourself. You look into this mirror and it's a true depiction of yourself. You look into this mirror and it's a true depiction of yourself. But then you look into this mirror and you look skinnier, you look leaner, you look thinner. And then you're literally, because I like what I see in this mirror better than I like the other 4 mirrors, I'm going to buy this mirror because I like what I see in it. Honestly, it makes so much sense, but it's like when you actually think about it, it's kind of crazy. They said 54%. Yeah, that is crazy. Dig this. There is no period in Dr. Pepper. So Dr. Pepper, there's no period. It was removed because the old logo font made it look like D.I. Pepper. Like D Pepper. I don't know. Maybe in post-production I'm probably going to look that up and look at what they're talking about. And then if I get it, I'll put it on the screen right now that I get it. And if I don't, then it doesn't make much sense, mate. Dig this. Standing around burns calories. Well, obviously, on average, a 150 pound person burns 114 calories while standing and doing nothing. 150 pounds, You know, if you're overweight watching this video and you ever want to lose weight and you're finding it hard, you know, really and truly, all you have to do is start walking. I'm not even telling you to like jog. I'm not even telling you to like jump rope. Jump rope should be your next option. Forget jogging, forget running, just jump rope, right? But if you're really overweight and you're struggling to start, literally trust me, bro, just walk. Every single day, walk for like, start soft, right? Walk for 30 minutes, so walk 15 minutes. Grab your phone, put in some headphones, walk for 15 minutes, and then come back. That's 30 minutes, bro. Every single day you do that. Week later, 2 weeks later, do it for an hour. Walk 30 minutes one direction, come back 30 minutes. Obviously, the most important thing if you're going to lose weight is your diet. Your diet has to be on point. You can figure out the diet shit, but in terms of activity, a lot of people get paralysis by analysis. They don't know what to do, so they get stuck because there's too many options. You know what? In my next Sleepiest Voice video, I might talk about this. You know what? I'm actually gonna write this shit down right now in front of you guys. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Boom. Just walk. Nice. That's great. This next Sleepiest ASMR voice video is gonna be really good. Really good. But yeah, to my point, yeah, just you know what, in fact, just wait for the next video, the Sleepiest Voice video. And if you haven't watched any of my Sleepiest Voice videos, what are you doing? Go ahead and watch them, because they're lit. They're probably honestly, they're probably my favorite series. Second is probably these facts videos, but my Sleepiest Voice videos are probably my favorite to do, to make, to even edit. They're just really good. Take this. I think this will probably be the last one before we wrap up here, and this ends on a banger. 64. You know, I'm gonna take a screenshot so I can carry on next time. God damn, my phone is hot as shit. When I grabbed my phone to make this video, it was at 87%. It's now at 64% and hot as hell. Sweaty, goddamn. Dig this. In World War II, Germany tried to collapse the British economy by dropping millions of counterfeit bills all over London. Whoever thought of that is a genius. Because it says Germany tried to collapse the British economy. That, in my head, would work, because a lot of people would get that money thinking it's real money, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of panic. Banks are having to like retract a lot of shit and vet a lot of shit and do this and do that, and they're gonna have to scratch all of the legal tender that they already have, and it just causes a big mess up. So that would actually collapse an economy. Hold tight, whoever thought of that idea. Now, obviously, I'm not supporting. If you were a Nazi, I don't support you. I don't fuck with you. I hope you dead, nigga. But I'm saying, it was a good